Hello and welcome back to the NHL Best Bets. Yesterday there were two games. We picked both and we continued our surprising um, record with two wrong picks. Washington visited Pittsburgh, very even game. It was Pittsburgh leading 4-3 most of the third period, and then at the end, without the goalie, Washington tried to equalize, but Pittsburgh scored two goals, so end result was 6-3, and shots were also, I think, pretty even in this matchup. And other game, heavyweights of West, Colorado against Vegas, similar kind of game. Colorado was maybe a bit dominating in most of the parts, took some penalties that Vegas got breaks there, and at the end Vegas won 1-0. Good performance by the Vegas goalie, number 29, Jean-Marc Fleury. Marc-Andre Fleury, sorry. How about Tommy? How were these games from your point of view? Good bets, but still losses.
Yeah, once again, these sort of one-goal games that we've been specializing in. So even with the score line of 6-3 in Pittsburgh, it was a one-goal game for the two periods and very close. To Washington could have pulled it even and taken it overtime, but this time Pittsburgh Penguins were able to hold on to their lead. They were probably playing one of the best games of this season. Pittsburgh, I mean. With all four lines managing to hold Capitals at bay pretty well, and the Capitals have some issues now. Their top line is performing good, but the rest is a little bit lacking. Especially their bottom six has been underperforming quite badly in the last couple of games, so they are not able to put their full sort of cylinders into use, and that showed now against Penguins. In Vegas, of course, we picked Colorado to win 1-0. Is pretty well reflecting how the game went. So Marc-Andre Fleury, no signs of aging at all, 36-year-old, but playing his best hockey at the time. So a shootout there against this great offensive team, Colorado. So very good game from Flower and the Vegas Golden Knights. A little bit disappointing from Colorado.
Yeah, I think Colorado was playing reasonably okay, but they had some issues there with scoring and ensuring that those good dominating periods can be resulting some goals as well. Maybe the long absence from the games impacted a bit the finalizing of those good chances, and then the end result was that they couldn't score a single goal during the game.
Yeah, they were missing a couple of players. Nathan McKinnon came back to the lineup, but they were missing Gabriel Landeskog and Cole Makar, offensive weapons, of course, both of them. So maybe it showed a bit, but overall, Colorado did manage to create those chances, but the Vegas defense and Marc-Andre Fleury were just too good this time around. But once again, this sort of bet that I would probably do again at any time, because the next game Colorado will probably win.
Yeah, I think when you get positive odds for even games, it makes sense to bet at some stage. You would turn the tide. That is going quite deep right now for us in our picks, but let's see what happens tonight.
Yeah, in order to climb out of a hole, you have to first dig the hole.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What we have tonight is in 10 games. We selected 2. Calgary visits Vancouver, second game in this series in Vancouver. Vancouver won first 3-1, was clearly dominating this game, and they overshoot Calgary 46-19 in this game, and they are favorite in our books, but underdog in the bookmakers odds, so plus 119. is the odds that is currently available, and we are picking that one. Then we repeat our pick from I think 1 week ago, Anaheim, San Jose. Both teams have played quite well defensively, but struggled in scoring, except the one game that we picked, and then they scored, I think, 9 goals in that one. But overall numbers currently, Anaheim has managed to score on average this season 1.93 goals, and San Jose 2.38. So when we take a look at these numbers as well as last games, for example, San Jose scored 1, 2, then 4 goals when they won LA, and then again 1 goal when they last time met Anaheim in Anaheim's 2-1 victory. Tommy, do you agree with these 2 picks here?
Yeah, there is a good slate of games tonight, 10 games overall, and starting early in Arizona tonight. But these picks are really good. I think Vancouver's finally gotten over there. They had a long slump on the road. They lost 6 games in a row against Montreal and Toronto. So quite good teams, but still all these losses were in a regular time. So very disappointing. But now they returned home. They lost the first issue to Calgary 1-3, and then bounced back to win 3-1 in a game that when you looked at it, Vancouver was energized. They were playing a lot better than they had previously. So maybe something clicked there, and they found the way to actually be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more productive in the offense while keeping the defense intact. So I think with these odds, again, a home team, close to 50-50 game, but a good positive odds. So Vancouver should take this one. And then this, like we did previously, San Jose Sharks, Anaheim Ducks, neither team really good offensively, play through the defense, excellent goaltending, Martin Jones and John Gibson for Anaheim, should be starting tonight. So number 1 keepers, both very reliable, and neither team is playing in any way of fast-paced hockey. So we are expecting a really low scoring game. But like last time, we encourage these teams to score. So let's hope that now they are able to play a little bit better defense than last time.
Yeah, I think they should play how they have been playing and not trying to pull some kind of magic from the hat and score 10 goals in this game. How about other games? Like I said, Arizona faces, is this now 5th time or 6th time St. Louis in a row. That is good starting game tonight, but is there any other games that we have some value based on our simulations?
Yeah, there is a couple. The Arizona game, I think it's already 7th time in a row that they play. They first were in St. Louis and now 3rd time in Arizona. So this is a full playoff series. There we do actually have a little bit of value for the home team, Arizona. They've been very close to winning. They lost 2 straight at home. So now the 3rd one, the last one, I think they come with everything they got and try to beat the St. Louis. But St. Louis is a better team, but I think Arizona has shown that they can compete. We do have them about 3%. Compared to the odds, we have 49.9% in simulations, and the odds are about 46%. So small value for the home team there. We do have then heavy favorites, Tampa Bay at home against Florida. Again, they beat Florida in Panthers home last time 1-6. So now Tampa Bay playing at home, 68% favorites in our books, and the bookmakers have them at around 63%. So clear home favorites there. Also Dallas against Nashville, similar sort of setting, 65% in our simulations and 60% by the odds makers. So if you're looking for home favorites, Tampa Bay, Dallas would be your picks in this slate tonight.
Yeah, I think those are good to keep in mind. Then this kind of bit more equal game, 50-50 in our books. New York Islanders, a small favorite there, 51% against Buffalo home team, 49%. But Buffalo hasn't played in 2 weeks, so there might be some question mark how they are playing and also which players are playing because many of their key players are still in COVID protocol.
Yeah, it's hard to say the lineups for this 2-week absence and how they're gonna go after this COVID protocol thing, because nobody really knows how it works and how bad the players have been, who's been actually sick and who is just out for precaution. So hard to say how Buffalo will go. So we'll skip that in our picks. But we do have it as 50-50 coin flip in Buffalo. So it doesn't seem that the simulations care a lot about the 2 weeks absence, but an interesting game anyway to see Buffalo back in action, and of course New York Islanders improved a little bit in the recent games, so should be an interesting one there. And another one that was moved was Carolina playing at home against Columbus. In there we do have another one, very 50-50 game. The odds makers have Carolina as heavy favorites, about 62%. But in our simulations, we have Carolina favored only 53. So Columbus, once again, this sort of defensive team, probably causing a lot of trouble for Carolina's high-octane offense. But we still do have Carolina winning the game. But side value is with the road team Columbus in this case.
And then we have a few other teams on the road where some side value. Our favorite goalie Kevin Lankinen is projected to play at Detroit against Red Wings. Chicago is a favorite here by the bookmakers and in our simulations, but still there's some value for the road favorite. And then interesting matchup between Winnipeg when they are visiting Edmonton. Bit 50-50 game by simulations, but bookmakers keep Oilers quite big favorite, so there is also some small value for the visitor.
Yeah, Winnipeg played really bad last time against Ottawa, losing in the final minutes of the game, so they are looking for a bounce back from that. Edmonton, of course, a big favorite in our simulations many times, so a bit surprising to see that Edmonton is now considered an underdog by the simulations against Winnipeg. But there might be an explanation in the goaltending and also the fact that Winnipeg has been able to score a lot of goals against Edmonton in the past. So an interesting matchup, like you said. The Canadian games are always interesting. So fun to see how Jets are able, if they are able, to bounce back from that pretty catastrophic failure against Ottawa.
Yeah, I think that game was generally very poor performance from both teams, and especially we expected quite a bit more from the Winnipeg at home. Do you see any total bets except this one under that we picked, San Jose, Anaheim? There's some teams that will prevent scoring or will score more than the bookmakers think.
Yeah, we do have the under again, surprisingly, in the game with Chicago. So be it Kevin Lankinen or Malcolm Subban, who could actually start tonight as well. But still against Detroit not that good team offensively. Chicago, similar way, plays through the defense. So there we have about 70% for the under. The line is at 5.5. In simulations, only about 5 goals scored. So that's a great under if you want to pick another one in addition to that San Jose Anaheim game. And then we do have the overs in Tampa Bay Florida game, so the Florida rivalry there. A lot of goals expected always when Florida is playing, and now Tampa Bay also has woken up a little bit. They scored 6 goals against Bobrovsky last time around, so could be continuing the heavy scoring there. And another one, Edmonton Winnipeg, of course, Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, all the players in the New York Winnipeg Jets roster, pretty offensive, so I think might be a high scoring game as well.
Yes, it sounds that we have quite a few good interesting games tonight, and let's see how those go, if our tide is turning or are we still just floating with the water towards shore without any kind of own guidance here. Tomorrow there is a bit less games, and same applies for Wednesday, but this week looks pretty good. There's not too many 1 or 2 days, so we have something where we can find our values for our picks.
Yeah, let's hope that there is no goals in California and a lot of goals in every other game.
It's good to hope.
Yeah.